Yes. Welcome to the third piece of content today on this channel. And for that, I would like to receive one like and one subscription. If you're not yet subscribed, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell. This is very important, guys. And I know a lot of people out there are now looking into NIO either as already investor and receiving a lot of gains, or as people that want to go and jump on the NIO stock, which, you know, is called FOMO, a fear of missing out. And I think that first of all, you should let me know in the comments and live stream where you are watching from, so we can dive into this as well. And let me know your questions, because in the end of the stream we will have a question and answer session and Q&A session to answer your biggest questions for the NIO stock. Okay, this is important, guys. And let me know if you are already invested or are on the sidelines at NIO. And yeah, let's dive directly into the agenda of today's NIO new all-time high stock stream that we will have in the next couple of minutes. And here's the agenda that I put together for this NIO stock live. So first of all, we will talk about the crazy, absolute crazy all-time high. Then we will talk about the record sales. Then we will talk about the upcoming quarter. And then we will talk about NIO versus Tesla. And then I having a Q&A session with you guys with your best questions. And I can see already we have people from Slovenia. We have people from Singapore, Australia. We have people that bought into NIO at $7 and sold at $16. Well, that's obviously unfortunate if you're looking at those prices today. But you should always, you know, think that there's always new opportunities coming up on the stock market. And I think what you should definitely put aside is this, oh, I should have, or I should be in this stock, I should be in this company, should I have bought more? There's always these opportunities, guys, okay? And if you are subscribed to this channel, we are looking exactly in those opportunities, because we are looking in those innovators that changing the world with their products, and which stock can go 10x. We have Lithuania, we have Portugal as well, and Bulgaria is also in the house, guys. Okay, so let's have a look. So what's happening with the stock? The stock is actually hugely up as of this recording. It's $47.33, and yeah, look at this chart. I mean, this chart is absolute crazy. I mean, year to date, we were at $3. We gained more than 1,000%, guys. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? We 10 times, 12 times, 15 times our money if you are in since the $3 mark. And the crazy thing about this here is that has a very similar story that actually Tesla had, right? I mean, we had this story that, okay, what happening next to Tesla? They are creating, you know, 5,000 cars per day, 10,000 cars per day, and then we having, you know, a similar story coming up now with NIO. However, you know, NIO sales, which let's say put it for 1 billion, compared to market cap is like a 65x. If you compare it to Tesla, for example, it's just, I think, 13x. So it's really, you know, triple or almost triple that price that you would pay for Tesla, right? So just to keep this in mind, guys, okay? This company is highly valued already. This doesn't mean that it can go up even higher, right? It doesn't mean that way. It can go even higher, and we have seen crazy stock market moves this year. But this is, this is already very high. But let's have a look at what is it that brings the stock so high. Obviously, there is some other earnings that came out today, and NIO goes higher as the sales goes up, and the delivery of the cars was actually very, very record. This news outlet here, for example, says, riding on the highs of successful year, NIO stock saw a bump in its price last week. On Monday, the electric vehicle maker reports 5,000 deliveries for the month of October. And now it comes. It's not about that much about the nominal number. It's more about the growth that it's experiencing here. And as you can see here, which is a record monthly increase, NIO delivered 31,000 vehicles this year, a 111 spike from the previous year. Investors rejoiced at the news, pushing NIO stock up 14%, okay? Yeah, this was one big thing, okay? Now, there was another big thing that I think also kept NIO pushing higher and higher. Sometimes two companies that are either in the same space or coming from the same industry or coming into, say, the same country, if one stock performs very, very well on the earnings, then there is a potential that the other company is doing well as well on the earnings. Now, today, or just a couple of hours ago, XPeng was the company that showed their earnings, and they were pretty good. So the assumption on the market is now that also NIO will give this kind of earnings, and this is actually why we are seeing another push here. And you see, unbelievable. Also, they have delivered 8,578 EVs during the quarter, consisting of the 6,000 P7 and G3s and so on. And the cumulative quarter number represents an annual increase of around 266%. Okay, and those are the numbers that are important, guys. Those are the numbers that move stocks, that moves the market. And what else? And then you have obviously also the reported income of 256 million in operating income. This is obviously fantastic. And the cash balance during the quarter stood at 1.8 billion. Let's see how the stock reacted. I think the stock reacted quite heavily. Yes, 35%. They have now a market cap of $32 billion. Okay, so this is crazy. And it's going still up, right? I mean, there seems to be no saturation in the stocks right now, as of this moment. Now, the question will be obviously how long this can go, okay? Put all your questions, guys, into the live chat, so on the end of the live stream we can go into those. I see already a couple of questions here, so make sure to push all your questions into the live chat so I can go into them in the end of the stream. This is very important. And obviously, if you like it so far, make and leave a like, and also follow me on Instagram, because the fun and content continues there. We need to crack the 3,000 followers very, very soon, so make sure to do that as well. But let's get back to the agenda, okay? So we know now what the new all-time high and the record sales are. So now we are diving into the Q3 earnings, okay? And the Q3 earnings are quite important because obviously, we will see how they are doing economically. And let's first have a look when the earnings will be. So let's have a look. So the earnings will be next Tuesday. So in about 5 days, guys, okay? 5 days, and we will know how the earnings will be. And I want to go with you in the last earnings report. I love to do this, right? If I'm looking into a company, guys, this is something that I'm doing when I see a company doing earnings. Let's see what they did the last time, okay? And how the increasement and the growth is going on. Here the beautiful NIO logo. And they should have here some presentations, I guess, right? So let's have a look. Okay, that's not really working right now. I hope the cars are working better. Joke. But yeah, let's have a look. What's do we have here something? Why is this not working? That's not nice. Now it's working. Okay, so this was the conference call. Okay, but I would like to see the quarterly results. Yes, then we go to the second results, and there you have it. So yeah, totally quarter revenues reached $526 million. This was the second quarter, just so you know, ending August. Ending July, obviously. No, sorry, it's ending June. June, obviously. So yeah, so here basically you have the deliveries of 10,333 vehicles. The gross margin is not bad with 9.7. Obviously, it cannot be even close to that of Tesla with over 20. Then we have the quarterly gross margin reached 8.4. Then we are having the deliveries of vehicle was obviously one of the best one that we ever have seen for NIO. And you see how nicely it increases. Okay, so here you see the Q1 we had very, very low deliveries, obviously because it was, you know, the overall situation, the health situation, plus the number one worst quarter for the auto industry is usually the Q1. So this is very important to understand. Yeah, the vehicle sales was 493. Then the gross margin was 8.4 compared to a negative 33.4, which is a huge thing, okay, guys? If you see companies going from negative to positive, this is a big bullish sign, guys, okay? And this can move stocks quite significantly as well. What else do we have? Cash and cash equivalents are 1.6 billion. And then they had obviously a couple of cash injections. So all in all, you see, you know, the growth is the most important factor here. I don't like this this summary here as of their reports. But it seems this is how they are showing it to people. Let's see if we have here kind of other presentation, but that doesn't seem so. Okay, so as you can see, you know, the most important part will be the growth in vehicle sales. It's all about growth, infrastructure, building more and more the machine that builds the machine, right? So, and you know, the cars, I mean, you know, the Eve is a concept car, but I mean, you know, it's, you know, they make sleek cars, right? I mean, the cars look nice. Then they are having, the battery launch, which is quite interesting as well. Obviously, the 100 kWh battery, which is something very, very similar that Tesla has already. But as you can see, it's lot of things that Tesla did already. This company is following, and that's why I think that's a nice transition into our last topic, which is, before we going into your questions, NIO versus Tesla. Okay, one of my favorite stories. Every time somebody asks me, should I invest in NIO? Yes, you had this 1000% increase into NIO, but that's not sustainable on the long run. Okay, so now it seems that they need to definitely to deliver. At this market cap, Tesla had much more revenue as well as delivered vehicles, right? And was in operational worldwide. They are just in China. On the other side, I think it's always the question if you like, Chinese companies. For my personal opinion, it's not. I don't like that much Chinese companies because it's just not transparent. And if I'm putting in money in something, I would love to have it as transparent as possible. So if we are looking now, for example, into Tesla, Tesla is obviously stock-wise since about August. Let's say August, more or less flat, okay? To be fair, let's say since mid of September, we are going flat. So this is now the question, what will happen with Tesla stock right now? They are going into a very specific pattern for the technical side of the chart. So it will be definitely interesting if there will be some news that will increase Tesla stock and push them over 420, 450 and so on. NIO for sure has the more potential to go short-term higher, but also lower, right? If there is something wrong in their earnings report, guys, believe me, this stock can go very much down. However, I like NIO from the concept. I wish NIO that it will be one of the biggest companies in China. They have definitely the support from the government and the biggest market in the whole world for EVs, which is obviously China as of this moment. And so it's a very, very interesting stock to be in. And let's have a look in some chat questions here. While I'm setting up, you can obviously put your questions into the chat already, so we can go in it right now. So we have people here sold off when it reached $30. Yeah, that's obviously unfortunate. Let me have a look. There was one question by Maximiliano Gentile, maybe an Italian fellow. He wrote the message, buy or sell today. If I would need to decide to buy or sell just today, if there is someone putting a pistol on me and say, either you buy or you sell, I would rather tend to buy because there's some couple of positive, more positive factors for the overall stock market as well for NIO than negative. Okay, so that's my opinion for buy or sell. Then Simo said, did you see Xpeng today? Yes, we saw it. We dived into it. 35% as of this recording, guys. Here is the 37, almost 38% up as of this recording. So a big day for this stock right there. What else do we have? There is one question by Ryman AK who's asking, do you have a position in NIO. No, I don't have a position in NIO, and this is obviously a wolf emoji. I like that. I was rather always investing in Tesla, as you know, guys. I just felt this is the more mature company. It's having the more and more interesting companies inside Tesla itself. And it's just the startup of all startups. It has Elon Musk, so many interesting things that are, very important, in my personal opinion, for a very successful company. That's why I decided to stay with Tesla, and the ride was not that bad. So what else do we have? What else? NIO questions, please, guys. There's a question, maybe we will take this one, because it's also in the EV space, and it's maybe coming up the one or the other time. It's called Workhorse. Workhorse, I think, is another spec company. I didn't look much into that, but it's definitely an interesting play. However, I'm not now that much into this stock. It's, I think, too early. Not a brand new product. I think they are refitting trucks with different kind of their own products, but it's not that I'm focused on companies that innovating into consumer products, okay? And this is why I'm investing in Tesla, I'm investing in Beyond Meat, I'm investing in Peloton, I'm investing in space, obviously, with a very spacey consumer product. But I'm not so a friend of B2B businesses, and if you're looking into the most strongest and most valuable companies around the world, it's always the consumer companies, right? Like Amazon, like Tesla, like Apple, like Netflix. I want to find the next in line, which I think Tesla is one of them, right? And we just catched it just before outbreak in 2019, which was fantastic. I hope so many were there with me as well. If not, make sure to subscribe, guys. It's totally for free to watch my content here. There's minimum of 3 pieces of content every single day. I don't see any other stock investing YouTuber that are working so hard for you guys out there. So if you like this, share this channel with your friends and family who are interested into stocks, and I would appreciate this very much. Let's have a look into the next questions. Where will be NIO in the end of the year? This is the next question in terms of NIO. Well, this is a very short-term prediction. It can be 20, it can be 100, right? I don't know. I know long-term they are doing a couple of things right with their business model, with their products, with, absolutely, just going really strong on this pathway of really nice designed cars. Then the swap batteries, an interesting system as well. So long term it's an interesting play. On the other side, it's really casino and totally impossible to foresee how it is short term. Okay, these stocks like NIO, Xpeng, they will stay very volatile. I can assure you that. You will see the NIO down days like 20%, 15%, and you will see up days also 15 or 20%. This will be staying normal for a couple of years, I guess. Okay. So what else do we have here? Do you think Tesla could join NIO BAS model to add more value to the customer? Yeah, the battery as a service is definitely an interesting project. But I think, if you're thinking long term, and this is, I think, the first principles thinking by Elon Musk and his team, think about what is the logical way for batteries. So the Model Roadster, the new one, will have at some point 1000 kilometers range, and charging time will be even slower. So at one point, let's say in 5 years, we might have batteries with 2000 kilometers range and charging time 15 minutes. So is there really a need to have this expensive battery swap stations? I don't know, right? I don't know. I think it's more clever to bet that charging stations will be more interesting and more successful in the future than battery swap systems. But both can work, guys, okay? There's always many ways to the top of the mountain. Never forget that. So then we will have, will additional shutdowns around the world will affect NIO price? Yeah, I think it will affect all the companies, okay? It's something that we don't want, that was harden our economy, but guys, it will be not like in March, okay? It will definitely not be like in March. Many politicians are against those shutdowns because they see a lot of effect on the economy negative wise, and therefore they will try to avoid this as much as possible, and therefore I think it's interesting to see what the market will do. Will the market, go down with the bad news of the current situation and the lockdowns, and maybe in the US lockdowns, or the market will just jump over it and see the future because the vaccine is coming, the shutdowns in Europe will lower the cases, and so on and so on. So what else do we have? So yeah, if the questions about, guys, Virgin Galactic, we will go into it in tomorrow's stream, because tomorrow is Virgin Galactic Fridays, as you know. So stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like. This is highly appreciative. Follow me on Instagram, Wolf of Dubai Danny. Very easy to understand. And maybe join our membership where you can talk with me one-to-one, or you can get in our Discord channel, where we talk about this kind of stock. So I'm super excited if you join. I'm super excited if you subscribed and ring the bell. And I see you obviously tomorrow in a couple of hours for the morning stream. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day and stay safe and healthy.